Picture this: Detroit, Motor City, the heart of the American auto industry. But our story doesn't start in a high-tech lab. It starts in a greasy garage, tucked away in a quiet neighborhood. Meet Amir Qureshi, a cab driver with a secret that could have upended the global energy market. Not a billionaire, just a guy watching gas prices crush his community. His invention? Air Fuel X, a small device that could slash fuel consumption and emissions. Imagine driving from New York to LA on a single tank. But Big Oil wanted his invention buried, not celebrated. Amir's story is a modern David versus Goliath, his slingshot, pure ingenuity. Sometimes, the most powerful revolutions start in the unlikeliest places, a Detroit garage. Amir's life was the American grind, long hours behind the wheel barely scraping by. Every fare, every dollar, a chunk went straight to the oil companies. He was stuck in a cycle, working harder just to stay afloat. But frustration sparked an idea. What if there was a way out? Amir wasn't a scientist, but he was a problem solver. He dusted off old science books, scoured forums, and turned his garage into a makeshift lab. Nights became experiments, his cab a rolling test bench. Friends called him crazy, but he kept tinkering, scavenging parts, soldering wires, chasing a dream. He wasn't just trying to save money. He wanted to break free from a broken system. Amir poured every spare dollar and moment into his project. He believed the best solutions come from outsiders, people desperate enough to try. His hands, once calloused from driving, became skilled at invention. And his question was simple. What if we could make our cars run on something better? After years of trial and error, Amir finally cracked it. The Air Fuel X was a clever add-on, a small box that could fit any car. It vaporized fuel, mixed it with hydrogen, and created a hyper-efficient cocktail. His fuel bill dropped by over 80%. Emissions? Practically zero. Amir documented everything. Skepticism turned to shock. But the corporations controlling energy saw a threat. Amir knew he'd need allies, and fast. The revolution had begun. Word spread, first in whispers, then in headlines. One day, Amir got a call from a mysterious green tech firm, Global Energy Solutions. They flew in, wined and dined him, and offered millions for his patent and prototype. Life-changing money. All he had to do was sign. But the contract was a trap. Buried in legalese was a gag order and a clause letting them bury the invention. Amir realized they weren't interested in changing the world. They wanted to keep it exactly the same. The offer was a golden cage. He thought about his family, his debts, the years of struggle. But he remembered why he started, to help people, not sell out. So he pushed the check back and said, "No, thank you." His invention wasn't for sale. The suit's smiles vanished. The real fight was about to begin. Amir had no idea what he'd unleashed, but he knew he'd made the right choice. Sometimes the hardest thing is to say no to easy money, especially when the world needs your yes. Amir chose principle over profit, and that made him dangerous. The revolution was no longer just an idea, it was a threat. And Big Oil doesn't take threats lightly. The gloves came off. Legal threats arrived. Patent claims, lawsuits, paperwork designed to drown him. When that didn't work, things got ugly. Amir's garage was trashed, his prototype smashed. The message, "We can reach you. We can destroy what you build." Strange calls, cars parked outside, a campaign of fear. Amir's family was terrified. His wife begged him to quit. He felt isolated, powerless. But every threat only steeled his resolve. They weren't just attacking him. They were attacking hope. If he gave up, the truth would be buried forever. Amir realized he couldn't fight alone. He needed to shine a light so bright, the shadows would have nowhere to hide. The dream that started in a garage was now a battle for the future. He had a choice: surrender or fight back. Amir chose to fight, and he was about to find out he wasn't alone. Sometimes the only way to win is to go public. Desperate, Amir reached out to Sarah Jenkins, an independent journalist. He laid out everything: the invention, the threats, the break-in. Sarah was skeptical until she saw the evidence. Together, they rebuilt the Air Fuel X schematics and filmed an interview in Amir's trashed garage. They published the story. The cab driver Big Oil tried to silence. The internet exploded. The story went viral, shared, discussed, and championed worldwide. People were outraged, inspired. #IStand. With Amir trended. Donations poured in to help him rebuild. The public spotlight became his shield. The legal threats vanished. The intimidation stopped. Amir was no longer alone. He was the face of a movement. Engineers and tinkerers everywhere downloaded his open-source plans. The ideas spread, unstoppable, uncontainable. The revolution was out of the garage and into the world. Big Oil couldn't bury it now. Amir's fight became everyone's fight. The people had chosen a side. And this time, the little guy was winning. The truth was free. In the end, Amir did something radical. He gave his invention away. He made Air Fuel X open source, free for anyone to use or improve. He believed the world needed the technology more than he needed a fortune. Amir became a symbol of perseverance and people power. He wasn't a billionaire, but he was richer in ways money can't buy. His story became a modern fable: one ordinary person, one extraordinary idea, and a world changed forever. Garages everywhere became hubs of innovation, keeping his spirit alive. The lesson? Big change starts small, with a question, with courage, with refusing to give up. Amir's journey proved that truth, when shared, is unstoppable. The most formidable opponent to power is a simple idea that refuses to be silenced. Remember the cab driver from Detroit. Remember his courage. Because one person, with heart and hope, can light a fire that changes.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.